I'm alone for the weekend, got a belly full of fruit pastels, and I am ready for love. No. Right, so doing some hero trials, I just need materials for crafting. Unfortunately, what I really need is wood, and there ain't any wood in these levels. I've already played through this hero trial once, and lost. It's not hard, I just did something really stupid. So, Mage's Trial of Revelatory Doom, Mage's is grants double mana, and Revelatory Doom, Doom spawns Harbingers, and Revelatory is when a monster is revealed. So spawn a Harbinger every time a monster is revealed. Which means that you don't really want to do anything involving minions if you can help it. Or familiars, whichever. If only because they reveal monsters even if they don't hurt you. It's a little bit thorny. I don't like Harbingers at all. It's one of the reasons that I consider Hellsteed to be one of the worst bosses. Just because of the way that it can result in you dying at the end of the level, even if you've already won. I find that extremely just dissatisfying, really. Right, so there's a 2 here. One of these has to be a mine to satisfy the 3, meaning that the 2 is satisfied by that as well. Now then, one of these 2 has to be a mine, so that 1 is actually satisfied by that. So yeah, home alone for the next few days. The wife has gone off to Slovakia. It's an interesting thing. She's found a package holiday company that it books you an accommodation, and it books you a flight, but doesn't tell you where you're going until you get to the airport, which is interesting but incredibly alarming at the same time, you know. We'll see how she does. She knows her own mind, so I'm not especially concerned about her doing it. But well, only as concerned as you get about your partner leaving in general. Now then, not leaving, going on holiday. It's not like she's never coming back. Right, that isn't. Not really doing me any favours here, are you? I'm not very pleased with that. So if one of these is a map, I'm gonna have to guess. Yeah. There may be, if I ever miss a situation that I could have resolved, do feel entirely free to just mansplain this to me, because I know for a fact that I'm not any kind of professional at this. I do miss some patterns, I'm sure I do. Incidentally, if it's of any interest, I've gone on to the 3rd Ascension. Prestige. And Prestige 1 and 2 gives you additional tokens when you level up. Oh, that's useful. In 2 ways. But Prestige number 3 gives you a actually surprisingly reasonable chance of obtaining world clay when you level up. I am not 100% clear on what world clay does. I believe it is for entering levels in Beyond mode without having the prerequisite materials, but you can't unlock divine items if you use World Clay to get into a Beyond level. I think that's it. Although to be completely honest, I'm still a little bit unclear on how unlocks in Beyond work anyway, because I spent probably about an hour this morning just farming the Christmas theme. Because I was trying to fill out the we're missing one divine item on the wiki, because I started up a divine items page just so we could get those documented and everyone knows what every divine item does. But the downside is, what am I saying? The downside. Yeah, it looks like I thought you just had to play through 3 of the same level in Beyond, and you'd be guaranteed to unlock basically the divine item of your choosing. So I thought it was like I'm guessing it's either the final stage you do that takes the divine you unlock. It may be just one of the 3 at random. But I figured if you played 3 the same, you would always, unlock a particular divine item. Nah. But yeah, it turns out that I played 3 of the useful. Yeah, 3 of the Christmas levels in a row, and I played through them all twice, and I didn't unlock a divine at all, and that is very interesting to me. I'm thinking it could be any one of a few reasons. I don't really want to speculate too much because I really don't know. But no matter, I got a lot of materials out of it. If at any point you're now beginning to question how I've got snowballs, I played this rather a lot over Christmas, and I've only recently started getting into Beyond mode. So in other words, I've just had a lot of snowballs stockpiled for a couple of months, just because I haven't had anything to do with them.
Hello.
Don't appreciate that the interesting, but no. They tend to be very expensive, and buying a legendary is a little bit too random for my liking. And I mean, they are very useful if you get the right one, and if you don't, then they're just a sack of crap. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't swear on here, but I was never planning on monetizing my channel. I do gather that swearing sends you to YouTube purgatory these days, but honestly, no one really watches these anyway, so it's probably fine. Right, if only one of these. Yeah. You really cannot overstate how useful Dowsing Rod is. It is consistently amazing, especially on the harder difficulties. Just when you're finding more 4s and 5s and even 6s. Dowsing Rod will really... It is just a cash powerhouse. Right, thankfully that wasn't a 50-50. Because we don't like 50-50s, do we, kids? That is safe, that is not... That... Yep, okay. 20 coins. I tend to go by a rule of thumb. If I have at least 25 coins, it's worth going into the first shop to try to get something good. Or at least it's worth going into shops until you get something good. After that, it depends on the items I have. But if I've got a reasonably viable build going, I usually prefer to wait until I've got a lot more cash before I go into the next shop. So somewhere in the region of like 50 plus. Just because that's where the good items tend to show up, and you want that one good item to sort of get you on your way, preferably one that's a cash builder. And I mean, play it the way you want. Certainly there's no right or wrong way to play this. And also character classes really play a big part in it as well. Certainly there are items that are significantly more use to, say, a witch than, I don't know, like a wizard. Oh, please. That is likely to contain an omen. Oh boy, this run is no longer viable, is it? I don't have a way to kill him. Yeah, let's just try this again, shall we?